everybody! So if you look on Pinterest at all, you might have seen the project where you can photo transfer a photograph onto wood. I've seen this a lot and I was really skeptical of whether or not it was actually going to work. I didn't believe it. But it actually did, and it's turned out really well. I'm not going to show you it. Yeah, I'll show you at the end. But I'm so impressed about how easy it was to do. So if you want to do this exactly like I have, here is a list of all the things you will need. Not a lot of stuff at all, so let's get going. Okay, so step one is just to lay your piece of wood flat on your surface and then grab some of this Mod Podge photo transfer glue. I got this little kit, it came together, it was nice and easy, it came with a sponge as well. I'll put a link to that. And then you just want to absolutely cover your wood in it. It says quite a thick layer, so just be quite generous with it. If you don't have a sponge, you could just use a paintbrush, but it's a lot easier with a sponge. I'll also say that obviously you want to print your picture out the same size as your wood. You also need to remember that if you want it to be the same as it looks on the paper, then you need to flip it before you print it. I didn't do that because I didn't really care, but it's very easy to do on any photo editing. And then you just want to push it down onto the glue. Make sure it's really pushed down and you've got rid of any air bubbles. Then you just want to let it dry completely. I don't know how long it takes, but I left mine all day and came back in the evening, and I just got a small bottle of water, spray water, and absolutely soaked my wood. If you don't have a spray bottle, you could just use a damp cloth, but just make sure that the wood gets really, really wet, and then you can leave it for a few seconds just to kind of soak in. Then you can see what I'm doing here. I've just started at the corner, it's a lot easier than starting in the middle, and just try to kind of rub off the top layer of paper. You can quite easily see when it's coming off and you're revealing your picture. You do need to be really gentle or you're going to rub off the picture underneath. I've also just had a dry cloth with me to make sure that I can rub off all the bits of paper, otherwise they're all over the place and you can't see what you're doing. And it does take a long time. It took me probably about 45 minutes to do this. I kept adding more water because I found it easier the more damp it was. If I'm honest, of all the projects I've done, this is probably the one that I've been the most skeptical about. I didn't think it would work. I've done a zoom in shot now just to show you how well it was working, and it's so easy. It takes a long time, but it's such an easy project to do. When I had done the whole picture, I did let it dry and then ended up going back and redoing some bits because it's hard to tell when it's wet where you've missed bits, but when it dries it's easy to tell, so I did do it twice. So this is what the picture looks like, and this is what my desk looks like. So I just let it dry overnight. You could put a clear coat of Mod Podge over the top. It has got some white marks. I don't know if I've done it slightly wrong, but I actually really like the effect that adds. If you maybe put some clear Mod Podge over the top, it might get rid of them, but I like how it turned out. So here you go guys, the finished picture. I am ridiculously impressed with how this turned out. Like I said, you can see all the little white marks on it. Because of the type of picture I've taken, I actually really like that effect. I think it really adds to it. It makes it look like it's been put on wood and kind of aged. But I reckon if you covered the whole thing in like a clear layer of Mod Podge, which is what the pin does advise doing, I would think it would probably give it a little bit more of a neat finish, but I like that, so I've left it. If you want, leave a comment down below and I will have a go at doing one and doing Mod Podge over the top and seeing if it comes out any different, or just see if I manage to do it a little bit better the next time. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Have a lovely day, be safe, be happy, be ambitious, and I will see you later.